Okay. Hello and welcome back.
Ooh, that's new. Welcome back to
An
hour of BS. Oh.
Carson, well, first, if you, the listener, has made it this far, thank you. But I'm almost just as proud that we made it this far.
Tell him why.
Because, well, why? Well, because we never...
Well, because the microphone, was that the same thing? Because the microphone wasn't working?
Oh, I thought you were just talking about us doing the show in general.
Oh, that's true. But there
yes,
were reasons.
We were troubleshooting with the microphone.
We were. So, how long? About half an hour?
Probably
about half an hour.
About half an hour.
It wasn't bad.
No. We got it sorted out, and we are here to sit down and record episode 2.
So exciting. Literally. We have a lot to talk about, I feel like.
We do have a lot to talk about. What do you want to talk? Well, first of all, Carson, tell me about your day.
My day. Okay, so today I had work. Before then, I had to take a microbiology quiz.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you guys want to hear about it, or if I even...
Well, Carson, before recording, you alluded to it, that you were going to talk about it.
I alluded to it, and then I started thinking, I'm like, is this a good idea? Yeah, it is. I'm going for it. So basically, we have... It's an asynchronous class, which I think we talked about. Remember, some classes are asynchronous, some are not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this class is asynchronous, and all his videos, my professor's videos, are posted on Sunday night or whatever, like every Sunday night for that week.
Like the whole week worth of videos.
Oh yeah. And his class time really is only 50 minutes, but his videos are like 50 minutes per video. So
it's like a whole class worth.
It is, but sometimes it's even longer because like if there's 3 videos, we only have that class twice a week.
Okay.
So realistically, we have way more videos than if we were actually having class synchronously.
Okay.
So I literally before this class I really enjoyed it, and I was like, I'm gonna stay on top of things. I'm gonna get my work done and all that. Well, sure enough, I was not caught up at all. I had done literally one video of week 1, I think. Okay, week 1. So, leading up on Friday, I had work on Saturday. I was off Friday, but I had work Saturday and Sunday. Now, mind you, I had planned on studying Thursday and Friday for this big test. Okay. My first exam. And also, this is a class we only have exams. We have no quizzes. We do have quizzes, but they're like 4 5-point quizzes, and they do nothing to your grade. Okay? So everything else is exams. You don't have any homework or anything.
Ooh, that's rough.
So, and I had a class like this similarly to last semester, but so then Thursday and Friday I'm like, okay, I'm off work. I'm going to study. I'm going to study all day. Of course, I didn't study one time on those 2 days.
What'd you do?
Just like sat around, did nothing.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
I do that too.
It was, I don't even know. So then Saturday and then Friday night, I was like, okay, Saturday and Sunday after work, I'm going to study. Okay, so I'm going to get off work at 3:30. I'm going to go home and stay until 2 a.m. That's every single time I came home from work, I would go to sleep for like an hour. So like I would get off at 3:30, get home at 4, and I'd sleep until like 10. Mm-hmm. So I'm left with 11, 12, 1, and in that time frame I'm catching up on social media. You know, I have a lot of friends, so I have to catch up on social media and all that. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, like I really thought I was going to study. Well, Sunday night comes around. I had not studied one bit. Not one bit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, shout out to Annabelle. You know Annabelle.
I know.
I'm not going to say her last name, but Annabelle. We're in the same class together. Okay?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so she's sending me Quizlets, and like, so she's sending us Quizlets, and I'm like, this is like, thank you for this. Like, I'm going to use these. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And I had not watched more than one video.
So
like,
did the Quizlets help?
So they helped a lot. However, I only looked them over like one time, okay? Because I looked them over and there were like 130 terms, and I only like did like a fourth of it. So then I went to bed. I'm like, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Waking up at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna get this work done. Okay, that way I can study for it.
Okay, so that's your plan.
That was my plan.
When did you wake up?
I woke up at 9:14. I had a class at 9:15 that was totally different than that class. Like, so I woke up. Mind you, I was okay. So I'm gonna go to this class. I'm not gonna listen to my professor. I'm gonna be studying for this exam because it's a whole day exam. We have until 11:59 to take it. Well, then the professor's going and talking. I'm looking at social media. Didn't look at one quiz at one. Not at all. Didn't look at it once. So I'm like, this. Are you kidding me? This cannot be real. Like, I'm gonna fail this test. It's my first test. I'm gonna fail it. I know it. But I set myself up for this, and I do this for every single test. Like, I'm so convinced. I'm understanding the material, and then I like give up and watching the lecture videos, and I don't know anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my test after work. We have a whole hour to take it, and I'm gonna take it after work, and then come here or whatever was my plan.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to get home in time and then come here and take that quiz. Like if I don't really know what to expect with this test, so if we have like a whole hour, I might take the whole hour. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it now. So I was like, I'm really not gonna know anything. Like if I look at Quizlet right now, I'm not gonna know anything regardless.
So you haven't taken the test.
I had not taken the test yet. I was still convincing myself that I was gonna study for a little bit. Okay.
So there's a test and a quiz, right?
Well, the quiz was due Friday.
Oh.
Okay, so it's kind of like a little study tool for the test.
And when's the test due?
It was due at 11:59 today. So like an hour and a half would have been due. But I was at work from 3 to close.
Wait, and you haven't done it yet?
No, I've done it. That's where my grade comes in.
Okay. I was scared. I was like, you could have told me that you had to take the test and we could have pushed back recording.
No. No. So like I was like, you know what? I'm not going to know anything anyways. I'm going to come home from work. I'm not going to study. Like I have to take my test right away. So what's the point of waiting? So at this point, I'm like looking at Quizlet really quick. And I keep saying this because I'm trying to emphasize I did not look at any of the videos.
Well, question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this test proctored? Can they see
That's a good question. That gives away everything. It is proctored.
Ooh, that's right.
And no open notes, no nothing.
Mm.
Okay? Now, all my other classes that I've had so far with any science-related classes, it was all open note. Now, while that kind of seems bad, like going into like a medical profession, it's also like these classes won't really help me with anything. Like almost every nurse I've talked to, they say that these classes are just kind of like just to try to get you into the program.
Oh, yeah,
just to get you like a science GPA. So really, they're not really helping me at all. And I'm like, so his test was proctored, and I'm like freaking out. Like I'm literally thinking that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move my eye a certain way. He's gonna think I'm cheating. Like of course, like all this stuff. So anyways, I look at Quizlet like one time, but I don't even finish the set. I literally get to like maybe 50 of the words, 130.
Oh wow!
And I didn't watch any lecture videos. So I'm like, okay, I'm literally going into this test, guessing on every single one. Well, sure enough, I go into it, take the test, I get a 72%.
That's not,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So 72% is terrible.
But considering your circumstances,
right,
it's great.
Right, like it's because my like technique was just like recognizing keywords. So on the quiz I looked for keywords, and from there I was able to apply it.
Oh,
now,
well done.
So what we talked about last episode on Rate My Professor, everyone's saying like his lectures are super hard, like it's very like lecture heavy, so whatever he says in lecture is what's on the test.
Right,
Every single word he says on lecture is what's on the test.
Gotcha.
And like even if you look at the outline and all that, it's not gonna really help you because like if you're not physically listening, like it's not gonna work. Well, sure enough, I went and I'm like, I didn't watch any of the lecture videos, so I'm gonna fail this, right? Mm-hmm. I literally got out of there thinking because we get our test like our score back right away. Mm-hmm. But before I even took it, I'm like, I'm just gonna go in knowing I'm gonna fail it. Like I just knew. I was like, I'm gonna fail it. So why even worry about it? Because I know I'm gonna fail it. So yeah, I got a 72%.
You passed. That's
I
not
passed
a failing
it.
grade.
But the problem that I'm having with everything is this. I swear you're gonna get to talk. I'm not taking up the whole show. But
no, I want you to talk.
I feel like we have like a group chat for nursing.
Mm-hmm.
Which you heard my story about the nursing group chats and how there's like cheating and stuff going on, or was going on. That the people are saying was going on, but we're not doing any of that in the group chat. But like also in that group chat before everyone was taking it, I don't know if you ever get this feeling, but like you kind of like rely on other people. So if other people are saying I didn't study, I'm gonna fail it, you're like, oh, okay, they're gonna fail, I'm gonna fail it too. Like I'm not really worried. Like I'm not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like because all of our GPAs will kind of like balance out. Because like remember we had to still apply to the nursing program.
Right.
So all these people were like it's gonna fail. Like they're gonna fail on all this, and then like of course they took the test and they got like a really good grade. Like they got like in the 90s and all that, and I'm like, it's understandable, but also like I relied on them so much to like, you know what I'm saying? Like I relied on them a lot to like kind of like, no, I was like just like thinking like if they fail, then it's okay if I fail, basically. So I was like going in like I'm just gonna take it and wing it. Okay. We don't have a script. Like literally, like it doesn't matter. It's not gonna. So yeah, so basically. Because previously to taking the test, everyone was talking about, everybody said it was so, like, people from last year said it was so hard, like, his tests are very hard and all that. And, like, I don't know, I kind of just, like, it just kind of, like, made me kind of upset that I got 72, but also I'm like, why am I upset about this? Because I literally thought I was going to get, like, a 40%. Mm-hmm. So, but then it makes me think, I'm like, my intelligence, I really have, like, a lot of intelligence then. Because, like, if I'm, like, just guessing, like, And I didn't.
72.
But the thing is, I didn't even go.
What was it?
Yeah, 72.
72.
Yeah.
That's really good for not studying. Or,
Right, not looking at anything. Like, I mean, quiz at 50 turns, but like,
still,
it's and like, I don't know. I just felt kind of like, and I didn't like just guess either. That's another thing too. I like
educated. Yes.
I was an educate. There we go. That's good because I've taken tests before where like I didn't know any material. I just went B throughout the whole thing. I didn't look at the question. I just went B B B B B.
Mm-hmm.
That's not educated guess. But this time, for this test, it was a pretty educated guess.
Well, for a lot of tests, if you pay attention, there's kind of like giveaways during tests, especially multiple choice tests.
Yeah.
There will always be, well, I guess not always, maybe some teachers, but most teachers will always have two answers that are very similar to each other.
Yeah.
And you can tell, well, the answer is going to be one of those, and you can immediately eliminate the other two.
Okay, yeah.
And then from the two that you have left, 50-50 shot. So even if you're guessing,
true. So you're saying like even if it's like the same wording, like or it has the same keyword in it.
Mm-hmm. So just like one minor difference.
Mm-hmm.
Not like I said, not every test is like that, but
majority. I mean,
a lot
psychologically probably like that's how professors think and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like so. Also,
just like when when making those questions, it's a lot easier to kind of trip people up.
Right.
Think about it.
Right. But yeah, so that's just kind of like what happened. And then I'm like, I had 3 other exams. So if I get in the right mindset to be like, I'm actually going to study from now on. Like, if I get in that mindset, I'll be fine. I just have to get there. Because like, I keep doing that. I'm like, I'm going to like study. I'm going to do this. But then I like have work. Or I'm like, I get home from work and I physically cannot stay awake. Like, it's so draining. I just can't. So like, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's like, when do I have time to study? And like, there's also a lot of stuff going on at work where like, I try to cut my hours, but like, I can't actually take them. Like, there's really nobody to cover shifts. We're short-staffed. People can't work certain days.
I'll come work there.
Literally. So like, it's like, but yeah, it's kind of just like, so like, even I even asked my manager, I was like, can I get these days off? She's like, yeah, for sure. We just have to get enough people, and like, you can do that. And I'm like, wonderful, awesome. But like, I'm gonna be, I already have my first exam, stuff like that. So like, how do you get motivated to study? Like, do you actually ever study, or are your notes like not proctored, or like how are your tests not proctored, or what do you
do? A lot of my classes right now, the tests are not proctored.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just have my notes sitting right next to me, so I can just reference that in the whole thing.
Yeah.
But also when I take a quiz, some of my classes will give me multiple attempts at a quiz.
Yeah.
And it will show me what I got wrong on the previous attempt.
Oh. Okay.
It won't give me the answer.
Oh.
But
yeah.
I know looking at the question, which like if it's a multiple choice out of 4, it's not that one, the one that I originally answered.
Right.
So I can eliminate that one, and then it's down to the 3, and then usually it's a lot easier to find from there.
Gotcha.
So basically, what I do is I open a tab, take the test once, keep that tab open a new tab to take the test again, so I can just flip between tabs and see the right answers.
Yeah.
So first thing I'll do is I'll go in and enter all the correct answers, so I can spend the rest of my time just focusing on the ones that I know are wrong, and I can look back at the notes and kind of get more detailed, kind of look at them in a more detailed way.
Wow. So you're really using like a setup. You have a really good technique.
I've got it down to a science.
Now, we don't condone cheating. Okay,
it's not cheating.
But no, yours is not. I'm talking about me.
If it's not proctored, fair game.
Yeah, like, okay, and also another thing too, like there are professors that are like letting you do like, if they're not proctoring it, if they're not proctoring, they literally tell you to look at your notes.
Oh yeah, they know.
They know. Yeah, they want you to. So like, it's not. But like, actually, for one of my classes, people were complaining because like we got like, it was like 40 minutes to answer like 72 questions or something like that. It was crazy. It was like anatomy or something like that. It was a weird number.
That's right.
And they complained to the professor and was like, is there any way you can give us like a little bit extra time or like cut back on the questions or something like that? And he's like, no, because you guys have all the resources. My other classes got it done last year and they didn't have any resources, like while I was in person. And that is kind of true. But like, I'm like, when we go back in person, how am I going to be able to like actually like go back to like when it used to be? Like, I'm not going to really have them. I'm not going to have like that mindset to like, you know, really put much work into like the tests and quizzes and all that.
Right.
So, yeah, but
I had a similar situation
in regards
in
to
one of my classes where we originally had one attempt on the quiz. It was 20 questions in 25 minutes, so that's not too bad. But also there was no like, a bunch of people in my class like emailed her and she did change it and gave us another attempt and started posting review material for like the weekly quiz.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
So got very lucky with that.
That's very nice. I know some of her professors are like, I'm not going to give you any study guides or any kind of like review stuff because like you guys should be taking good notes and like listen to what I say. But it's kind of like, it's like, first of all, being online is hard enough.
It is very.
And like, if we were in person, nobody would be like this. Like, I don't think they're not understanding that. Like, when you're at home learning in an environment that's like not school, like
it's so much harder.
Yeah. So like, it's kind of like these professors have to understand that like, they can try to make it a little bit, they can make it a little bit easier. For some of these professors, they need to kind of like loosen up because some of them are just too like tense about things.
Especially
like,
if you're using like an online textbook or
online
textbooks.
No, I hate them. You
have to turn the page.
No. I like to like, I don't know. Do you like use like Chegg and all that? What's your like technique of buying textbooks? That's a good topic to talk about to our high school friends.
Of buying textbooks or like.
Well, like, if you need a textbook for a class that says required, even though if there's a class that tells you required textbook, you'll never be using that textbook ever. I don't know about you, but I never open a textbook in my life.
I have, it differs from some of my classes. Some of my classes are like, get this book. I have like 10 books upstairs for my classical literature class and my class.
That's right. So I
haven't looked at it.
If it's like an assignment about like any of the reasons, I'm like, I'm using Quizlet to get my information. Literally.
Because what I figured out was I just go on YouTube and look up an audio summary. And I sit there and I just listen to it. And it's so much easier to listen to a summary of the key points than than go in and read like the 100-page thing.
Yep, where it's too detailed.
It's way too detailed.
Yep.
I don't like.
And didn't you see your professor reads the stuff anyways? So.
My one in the classical literature class, he reads. He goes over like the key points, but in my theater class, we're responsible for
reading your own stuff.
But
yeah.
I mean, I looked at the books, the covers.
That's.
I didn't really go much further.
Honestly, though, like. I don't know about you guys, but for our like bookstore, we have where you have to what am I saying? Oh, like you have to like before your classes start, you go on the bookstore and then you type in your your section and your you type in all your information that you need for your
like your ID, student ID, that.
And then you say like what classes you're in for that semester coming up, and then they give you
something similar.
and then they give you what books are required. So instead of you going in and looking at your like each syllabus for each class, they just like give it in that way. But on that site, it literally tells you every single class that there's a book that's required because supposedly the professor's supposed to have a required book. Supposed to. I don't know about if that's how it is at your school or if that's just at my school or if that's just a rumor.
Just don't have a book whatsoever.
Yeah, but like there are definitely, when I looked that up, it's every class like pretty much have a required book, but then like you have to wait till like the first day of your class to like actually see if like you need that book.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't know, like I was always told that they're like, don't, whatever you do, wait till like the first day or like the first week to know if you need that book. Yes. But then I was like worried. I'm like, okay, in my luck, the first day of class we're gonna need to have an assignment, like where we look at our book or something like that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
In that case,
but
just
be straight up and be like, I don't have the book.
I just say wing it in that case.
Right. Because they go over syllabus and all that anyways for the first day.
First day is like super easy.
It is. So.
But a lot of my books are online. We have like this program through kind of like.
What site do you use then?
Carmen.
Oh, okay.
And we have like a special variety just for OSU, and Carmen has like a subset of thing like Carmen Books, and the website will just shoot you straight to the Carmen Books website.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it'll say like, here's your online textbook. Sometimes they'll just give it to us for free, but they're not user friendly whatsoever.
Really?
Oh, it's so hard to navigate. Online textbooks. are incredibly hard to navigate.
And the setup looks like it's from like 1900. I'm like, can you guys get any more like old? Like, I don't know, like ancient? Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't know. Yeah, we have something very similar to that. It's called like Eris readings or something like that. Mm-hmm. So basically, it's I don't know if it's how you said it's like Carmen books, something like that.
Yeah.
So like it's a site that we have that's built in, but you're paid already for all the books. It just has already been applied to your tuition. So
Carmen.
Is that how it is?
Like it's an extra fee on our tuition,
and then you can opt out.
Carmen books.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because that's the thing. In my Introduction to World Religions class, we had an assignment due, and the book wouldn't open, and we were like, "Well, what do we do?" And like the professor was like, "Well, you guys can go out and buy your book." I'm like, "Well, if it's part of our tuition, why are we getting like? Why do we have to go get that?"
I see.
And like all of our assignments are like read heavy.
Oh, that's
like
dumb.
We have to like look at stuff and like take quizzes and stuff like that based on the reading. It's whack, but it eventually worked, so that's good. It eventually worked.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah. Wow, so all about school, even last week. Let's talk about Ohio and the weather. Can we talk about how terrible the snow is?
Because you have to drive to Akron.
Yeah, it's only like what, a 20-minute drive, but in the snow, it's close to an hour. That's how bad. Like I don't know. Like it's my car. Like that's one regret I have is I didn't really consider the snow that much. My car is really bad in the snow. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know about your like. Do you have a good car in the snow? Like
is it fine? I mean, I wouldn't say it's like great or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just fine. I mean, yeah. But I don't have a job right now, so I'm not driving as much as you are.
Mm. Well, like, I don't know. It's kind of just like, I'm always like, one nice feature on my car, my dashboard, I'll come with like little, like marks that show like you're sliding, even though I don't know, but it's telling me like if I stop right now, I'm gonna slide or whatever.
Okay.
So that's kind of nice. But I'm just like, why can't I just live in like a warm area where it's never snowing? I can go my whole life without seeing snow. Like I can. I don't know. I'm just like not a snow person.
Yeah, Snow when it's like I feel like snow in small doses. It's like nice.
Right, like at the beginning of the season when it first starts, that's good.
Yeah, it's just. Bleh.
Yeah, so that's a snow story.
All I want to do is build a snowman and make an igloo, but you can't do that.
Right.
The roads have to be bad too.
True.
Also, I don't know how to make an igloo. Have you ever made?
No, but that would be kind. Wait, I think I actually tried before. When I was younger, we should let's do it. We'll film an episode while we're out there like, we're like it's so cold out here. But yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start, but we'll try.
Yeah, neither do I.
Does it have to be snowing out to do that? Do we have to use snow?
Yeah, we'll just buy bricks.
Like yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a snow story.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do this weekend? I know you had a pretty eventful day probably yesterday. Fill us in. Fill us to the viewers.
Yesterday was Valentine's Day at the time of recording. So,
yeah.
I did Valentine's Day stuff.
Nice.
Me and Bryn, we went to Bravo.
Ooh, nice. Is that where you got settled on?
Yeah, that's where we settled on.
I gotta wish somebody a happy birthday. 1 second. Oh, I'm good. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. So you went to Bravo.
So we went to Bravo. We ate there. So that was nice. Service was great and all. Bravo was a really good place.
Yeah, I've only been there one other time.
When were you there?
Homecoming.
Everyone goes to Have you ever noticed everyone goes to Bravo for homecoming? In any
Wait, actually true. But I've only been there once. So I've never been there for another homecoming, so I'm not sure. But you're right. On homecoming night, there were so many kids there.
Bravo is the place to be.
Right. We went to. Did you go there too?
I went to Bravo. Homecoming
wait.
Junior year. Homecoming of my junior year. I went to Bravo.
Okay, but where did you go this past year for homecoming?
I didn't go to homecoming.
But why?
I don't know. School dances aren't my jam.
What? Wait.
I don't know.
You didn't go with our group?
I don't think so. I don't think I went to homecoming.
It was like with it was me, Cody, Alex Henry, Nick Green.
No.
You didn't go? I remember us trying to convince you. You're like, no. Elena's Day. No, remember that.
School dance. Yeah, school dances aren't
your thing.
Aren't my scene.
No, I hate them too. Honestly, I'm kind of glad we didn't have a prom. Like,
well, we had a kind of prom.
True. I liked that a lot. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
The prom we had, just our group of ensemble people. I thought that was really nice because it was it wasn't big. It was just small. Something.
Let's do that again. Can
you want to have another prom?
We're actually gonna do that again. I'm tired of this. We're doing that again.
We'll have another prom.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Because I don't know. Did you go to prom junior year?
No.
Me neither. So we never experienced a high school prom.
No.
In real life. That's crazy.
No.
So we'll be like ancient. We'll be like, I've never been to prom.
I've never been to prom.
Not by choice. But yeah.
Well, sort of by choice.
Well, sort of because right. Yeah. No.
But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I wonder what it's like though.
I do too. I heard it's pretty.
I don't really
honestly,
care,
yeah. Well, talking about this would make me so upset tonight when I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, I'll be sleeping like, oh, wait, I didn't go to prom. That's literally like, wait, what? No, I'm not actually. I'm literally gonna consider the ensemble prom as my prom.
I consider that as my prom too.
Because basically what you're doing if you go to prom anyways.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in your small little group with your people. I mean, same thing.
Yeah, you don't go out.
We had our food. That was good. Didn't we bring stuff? No.
Yeah.
We had our setup. Yeah. And then
had food. We had everybody dressed up.
Yeah. What else did we do? We sat by the fire late at night. That was so much fun. That's just all summer things. I mean.
I think that was a very good.
When was that in the summer? The start of the summer or the end of spring? Or I mean.
Summer.
Okay.
I think.
Was it like June? Probably something. I'm just trying to like think about how long ago that was. I don't know. 8 months ago.
Probably something like
that. Yeah.
But no, that was a good time.
That was. Loved it.
Loved it too.
Favorite. Loved it.
So back to Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Because there's Valentine's Day and then there's the something happened after Valentine's Day.
That I don't know about?
That you don't know about.
No. I gotta know it now. Okay, finish the story.
So after Bravo, we went back to my house, and we watched Glee. We've been watching Glee recently.
Ooh, that's cool. I've never seen it.
Going through the series. It's actually pretty good. At first I didn't think I'd like it, but it's nice. It's a good show.
I just really quick, sorry I keep interrupting, but
no,
I just keep going back to our language arts. Her class. Remember when we first walked in the first day? She played jam and Glee. She's like,
oh, I remember that.
It was a whole lesson about. It was pretty cool, like diversity and all that, but it was still like she's just her jamming to it. It cracked me up. That's like her. She loves that kind of stuff.
It's a good show.
I have to watch it.
It has a lot of like musical stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like High School Musical but TV show version. And
it's kind of like High School Musical but TV version.
I've never seen High School Musical.
It's a lot more drama.
Is it really?
A lot more drama.
It's crazy how many people in that show
died?
Yeah, in real life.
Oh yeah.
And like what, 4 or 5? It's crazy.
Last night she told me, I think it's 3 of them died.
Mm-hmm. There was like a drug overdose. The one in the news was last year. It was when she fell on on that something was fishy there.
I don't know her name. But yeah, she drowned, and the other guy, he was going to go to prison, and he committed suicide before going.
Wow. Yep.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's like it makes you kind of wonder real life. I mean, now the other things were kind of on both, you know, but like it kind of makes you wonder if it was something with the show that kind of.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think anything with the show directly.
We'll have to talk about conspiracy theories with shows.
We'll have to talk about
because there's a lot with iCarly. I don't know.
Is there? Save it.
Okay. But have you seen iCarly's down? Okay.
Stop it.
Okay. Oh, okay. Next episode? Cool.
So we watched Glee. We also exchanged gifts. I got her. She's really into mystery books.
Okay.
And she, around Christmas time, I was asking her what kind of gift she wanted and all that.
And she said mystery books?
Well,
shut the front door.
It's not exactly. I asked her, because for Christmas I got her a heated blanket, but I asked her for a bunch of ideas and stuff of what to get her.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I know she's reading books right now, and I asked her, is there any particular author that you want to read? And she was like, oh, Agatha Christie. And I was like, okay. So after Christmas, approaching Valentine's Day, I was like, well, she wants this Agatha Christie book, and I didn't do it for Christmas.
Right, so this was like a good, yeah.
I found a 5-in-1, 5 novels in a single book. So I got that for her, and she really liked it.
Nice.
And for me, she got this box, and inside the box was a bunch of she made a bunch of these goodies, these treats, like
treats like a dog. Here's a little treats today.
Food treats. Like chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered pretzels, chocolate covered Oreos, all that. And I've already finished it.
No.
I ate. I gave like one thing to each of my parents because they were like, ooh, and I was like, fine, you can have some. But yeah, I ate them all, and they were very, very delicious.
They were?
They were very delicious.
Sorry, I'm just testing the audio. I think it's kind of coming from my laptop now, but
okay.
But it's fine. But anyway, so she got you that with the box of goodies. You already finished it.
And then we watched Glee. All that happened. And then she left. And then here's what happened after.
Oh. Oh no.
It's not to do with me and Bryn.
Oh no. I feel like that's worse.
So she left at around 11:20.
Okay.
And for one of my classes, I looked up just to make sure, because there's this one thing that's due today, and I was like, let me just make sure it's not due Sunday night.
At like 11:59 or something? Yeah.
Yeah, and I look on there, and I'm like, okay, so it is due tomorrow, but I also noticed, did I take that quiz yet? Or this other quiz? There's 2 quizzes I haven't studied for. I haven't done any of them. They're due at 11:59.
No! For what class? For which?
My anthropology class.
Okay, that sounds like death. So
it is.
Okay.
In my world, like European history class. So
no.
I have to take 2 quizzes in 40 minutes. So I run upstairs, I get my laptop, I run it downstairs because I don't want to bother anyone, because there's like I turn on like the review video that my teacher posted. It's 58 minutes.
No!
I turn it on 2 times speed.
Yeah.
I hit play.
How can you understand what they're saying though?
I'm listening so very
Yeah.
But I get 20 minutes in, so it's actually been like past 10 minutes, and because I'm playing at 2 times speed, and I'm like, I don't have time for this. Even if I watch this whole video, I'm not going to be able to get done both things.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm going to go take the anthropology quiz right now.
Was it proctored?
No. Thank Lord. I have 3 attempts on my anthropology quiz.
Okay.
I take it the first time, 6 out of 10.
60%.
But the thing with the anthropology class, with each attempt, it cycles in different questions. So I'm not getting the same question. So I'm like, okay, well, some of the questions show back up, and I'm like, okay, well, I can easy points there. And I'm like Googling stuff while taking the quiz.
I'd be like, Brain, get back in here. Help me. Get your laptop out. You're helping with this.
I didn't quite do that, but I am Googling stuff like, what's this? Just putting everything I can. Second attempt, I get like a 7 out of 10. I'm like, okay.
Okay. So, yeah.
Third attempt, I go in, get all the questions I know from the previous ones.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I have 2 tabs open with the previous 2 quizzes.
Yeah.
Get all that done. And I get out on the 3rd attempt with a 9 out of 10.
Nice. 6, 7, skip that 8, go to 9.
We're not done yet.
Oh no.
Because I still have my history quiz. I have 2 attempts on my history quiz. And I get 20 minutes to answer 25 questions.
Okay.
So there's only 30 minutes left. And 2 attempts equal 40 minutes. So
yeah.
I go through the first one, like Googling and just using stuff that I had previously known from like that, the little bit I had listened to the review video.
Yeah.
I get a 15 out of 20 because guessing in Google, I'm really good at both. Remember what I said earlier about the 2 things that are very similar in a multiple choice question?
Yeah.
It's always between one of those 2.
Yep.
So if I get it wrong there, then I know it's plus Google makes helps me narrow it down even further.
And really quick before you can continue, if you don't know this, always use Control F or Command F depending on what you have. It comes with a search bar and you search a word and it takes you all to that specific, like certain areas with that word.
I didn't know that. I'll have to write that down.
Literally, I'll go over it shortly.
You're gonna teach a class on.
Yeah, I am. That'll be a college class. You wait.
We could teach that class together. You know how useful that class would be?
100%.
We'll do an episode on how to take quizzes. But go through the second attempt. First thing I do, get in all the answers that I know, spend the rest, like the 5 minutes I have left, just Googling, doing research on stuff that I don't quite know for sure. I end up getting a 16.5 out of 20, which is an 80-something%.
Yeah.
So it's not bad. I mean, obviously I want to do better, but considering the circumstances...
Oh, for sure.
After I was done, I was like,
what just happened? All this love and all this night with Bryn, and then...
Because usually what I do is I do those things first thing in the morning.
See, not me, but yeah.
But that day we went. My family went over to my grandmother's house to visit her.
Yeah.
And to shovel off her driveway because it was a sheet of ice.
That's scary. Yeah.
We did that like first thing in the morning, and then I was also worrying about Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Getting like the gift wrapped, writing down everything in the card and all that. I had completely forgotten about those 2 quizzes, and when I realized I hadn't done them, I was like, "Oh no!"
Especially with online things, like once they're locked, there's no going back, and then it's like a whole hassle to try to get a hold of your professor because then they have to do something on their end. It's a whole a whole mess.
Like I think all my classes, late policy is late stuff isn't accepted.
Yeah.
But so I was like, if I don't get these things done, I mean, even like a 50% is better than a 0%. Oh. So I knew even like I'm rushing through the quizzes obviously because I just don't have the time to actually prepare for them.
Right. Let me ask you this: after like every attempt, does it take obviously your best attempt, or does it take the last one?
It takes my best attempt.
That's good.
Which is helpful. I was just...
Yeah, that's scary.
I got done with it and I was like...
That's so scary. See, the problem with a lot of my quizzes and all that, there are like 2 or 3 attempts, but per attempt you take, you get like 5% percentage points off of your... So per attempt you take, so say I take one, like especially my anatomy class, if I take attempt, or I would go ahead and take the quiz and I take my second attempt that's given to me, great, you can take it, but no matter if you get 100, you're getting a 95. They take 5% off.
So can you take like as many attempts as you want?
I think it's only like 2 or 3.
Okay. And
I think that's only for anatomy. I'm not really sure about microbiology. Well, microbiology, you don't get more attempts. You get one.
Okay.
One. But, yeah, so, I don't know. That's scary, though. Like, oh, no. Like, there's, like, honestly, the good thing was, like, an essay or something like that. Had it been an essay,
yeah,
like, or, like, more of, like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Like, yeah, it was one of my finest moments. My finest hour.
That's skill. Teach me your ways. Because I'm like...
Well, because there's also, like, you know how there will be multiple choice questions where it's like you can pick more than one?
Oh, I hate those.
If you get multiple attempts...
I'm getting the chills just thinking about, not even kidding.
There's a science to it, though.
What is it? Tell me, please.
So, okay. So, on my quiz, there were 6 options, and you could select all of them, none of them, whatever. So first time through, I select 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I get it back, and on that question, I got 0.2 out of 1 point. 0.2 is 1/5, which means...
Yeah.
And I answered 3 questions, which means there's going to be 5 answers, and I got one of the things I did was I got 1 wrong, which minus 1/5, and I got 2 of them right, which added 2/5. 2/5 minus 1/5 equals 1/5. So I knew...
You lost me at 1/5 from the first part. What the...
Okay. So... But I get 0.2, which...
Is 1/5.
Is
right.
1/5, which
one
means
of the 5 of the options.
Which means I know 5 of the options are correct, but I don't know which one's wrong. So on my second attempt, I just select them all. Because instead of actually finding it out, it's easier to just hit them all and take the 0.8 out of 1 rather than just
the
risk
point
it.
two. Right. No, that's yeah.
There's a whole science to it.
That is really cool.
Whole science. I'm telling you, we can do a whole episode on this.
We could put that with a conspiracy video. Just kidding.
The conspiracy.
That is not tied together.
Conspiracy/quiz thinking. It was my finest hour. Less than an
That's
hour,
impressive.
Actually.
That's very impressive. Had it been like a test, you'd have been just guessing probably.
Yeah.
No, it's a stressful thing.
The multiple attempts is definitely what saved me.
You know what's also, I don't know about your quizzes and all that, but you know what else sucks? This is kind of random, but to go with quizzes and tests. There are certain tests I take where you can't go back. Once you answer it, it's your set answer. You can't like go back and be like, I'm going to go back to that question and see like, just like look at my other options to make sure. You cannot go back. It saves your answer and then you cannot change it. And then if you change it, you get like flagged.
You know earlier how I said my one class had emailed the teacher and she switched the quiz around and stuff. That was one of the features on the quiz that she changed. We couldn't go back to questions that we had previously answered.
See, yeah,
she changed that for our class, because that's dumb.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like all these professors are comparing it to like when their students are in person, which we can't control, but they're comparing it to that. Like if I have a test, what are you talking about? I can't go back. If I was in person and had a test, absolutely. I'd be going back, erasing and all that. Like absolutely. I don't really. So like I get the whole resources thing because we can use more of our resources, but also like they try to use their reasoning like, oh, I students when it's in person, it's like this. It's like. No, that's not. That's like doesn't work that way. Like if you're a bad professor, or your teaching is not working with your students, and like obviously you're gonna get caught out for it. Like you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like so
it's dumb.
Yeah, it's so like quiz and tests. It's like they're a whole nother. Do I have something to do today? I'm not even kidding. Wait a second. I know. I gotta check. Now you're making me paranoid. You.
No, I'm sure you don't. You don't, do you?
I have exam in world religions.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Wait.
Do you actually?
Wait a second. What? No, I'm good. I'm just kidding. But also,
Can't do that to me.
Wait, I actually took a quiz yesterday, and it's not coming up on here. I took a quiz yesterday, and my grade's not coming up, even though it was on there yesterday, the grade.
Well, maybe they took it back for processing time. I don't know.
That's okay. But anyway, so yeah, you actually got me paranoid for a second. I thought for sure that I had a quiz.
I got you paranoid.
That's
I
weird.
apologize.
But yeah. I'm like, I like get a notification here saying almost due. It's like a whole essay. At that point, for an essay, I just have to ask for an extension. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm in the hospital. I got in a terrible car accident, driving home from work, so I can't do that essay right now.
Would they believe you though?
No. With the whole like extension and all that, I had to use that a couple times. Last semester was rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like overall, like it was like not my time, and like I was like, there were multiple times I'd ask for an extension, like legitimately. Like there were some times where I'd ask for extension on a test because like something, or like, and my professors were really good with that. They were like, yeah, like, with everything going on and all that, like take what you need.
Right.
They were really good. At one time, I took the one test in anatomy, and he gave me permission. But after I submitted the test, my score wasn't showing up, and he was like, "Oh," and I had emailed him like, "I'm sorry, my score's not." I saw the score, but it wasn't in the grade book. Even though all the quizzes and tests, they automatically go into the grade book because they're online. Well, I texted him that. I emailed him that. He's like, "Oh yeah, you should see your score. Like it should be in the grade book." I'm like, "It's not," and I don't have any proof to show you that I got this certain score because it was a good grade. And he was like, "Oh," he's like, and I'm like, and I literally was like, "Maybe you have to go through your end and update it." And he was like, "Oh, you're right," and like he fixed it. I'm like, I outsmarted the teacher. Get that.
Well, maybe you said a minute ago that you couldn't see like the quiz score for the
that scared me
thing on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what that is.
But I looked out even online because like I was like, if my phone, like I was like freaking out.
I'm sure it's fine.
But yeah, so that I mean, it's just school and quizzes and tests, and it's a whole different thing.
Oh yeah.
It's really it's everything in college is different than high school. I think I compare high school a bit too much to college. Like sometimes it's lean. Like sometimes it's not as like strict, but sometimes it's like way more strict.
Oh,
it's like it's never really in the yeah.
Depending on what you're doing.
Yep, yeah. Like, yeah. So yeah. What else? We have 18 minutes. I feel like we've been talking for 2 hours, but
so
I don't like thinking ahead about our next episode, but conspiracy theories.
Hold on.
Let's just end this one right
now. We talked about school some more. We talked about Valentine's Day. What did you do on Valentine's Day?
Slept.
Good.
No. Actually, I worked. I worked on Sunday, and weekend shifts are very rough because they're not split shifts. You work the full shift.
Ooh.
So we open at 6:30. I had to get there at 6, and I stayed until like 3:45, 4. Okay. 4:15 the latest. Okay. So you're working 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, almost 9 or 10 hours, depending on the day. So that's why I'm saying, like, so I went home and I literally slept like the whole entire time. I'm sorry, my mom's probably wanting to make sure. She's like, roads are getting iced. It'll be black ice. Be careful. I don't even know what she's saying, but anyway, so I came up from work and I just slept, and like it's just because I cannot stay awake like after that shift like that long. I just can't. Like some people can do it, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's like, so yeah, I came home. I woke up at like 9. I had a world religions quiz I had to do. See, once again, I waited last minute. So yeah, that's all I did yesterday. Had I had a Valentine, maybe. No.
You'll find one day.
Yeah. Maybe. Just kidding. I hope I will. But anyways, but yeah, the supervisor for the weekend, she got us like a little bag with stuff. I'm like, that's so nice. Like I didn't get you anything, but thank you. Like, what the heck?
Is that what you told her? I didn't get you.
I'm like, and then I forgot it there. I'm like, this is so rude. I'm like, she's freaking awesome. But yeah, she got us something that was very nice. She got us like a mug with like candy and like. Also, Macy, we work together. Remember I told you that?
Oh yeah, Starbucks.
Yeah, and she was there yesterday, and of course Macy gets her such like, and my supervisor, her name's Cash. She's like, I know you can't eat anything. I know you can't eat anything because Macy can't eat anything. She has a celiac. Right. I think it's
celiac.
Yeah, that's what she has. And she was like, it's like. Oh, she's like, thank you so much. And like, I'm like, Macy, you can't eat any of that, right? She's like, I know, but but yeah, it was funny. Like, she got something to right, yeah. She's like, I know you can't eat anything, but just keep it for show or whatever. Just keep it. Make me feel good. But yeah, so it was a fun day yesterday, but weekends are not like I just do not care for working on weekends. Like in the future, if I have to work a weekend, I will. Like obviously, but it's just like. Those shifts are killers. Yeah. Like, and it's on top of like weekdays too. Like if I'm working weekdays and then going to a weekend and I have to work those shifts, it's like crazy. But yeah, I don't prefer it. But that's what I did yesterday. Basically just slept. Slept. That's it.
Gotcha.
It's like, people say like they work, eat, and sleep.
That's you.
That's literally what I'm doing. It's not like just like what's it saying? Work,
eat, sleep.
Yeah.
You just said it 2 seconds ago.
I know. I'm like losing my seat. It's just kicking in. I'm just so like tired. It's kicking in. My thing's gonna die. My computer's gonna die.
Do you have a charging cord?
I do, but it's fine. I think it'll be good. I'll watch it.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
So, I know you just said that all you do is work, eat, and sleep.
But
like,
like,
you have to have something to do that's not work, eat, or sleep. What do you do for fun in between everything else?
Okay, so
watch show. Watch movie.
Okay, so basically, I was thinking about this too. This is a whole other story. I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I want you to talk as much as you can. One day we'll have an episode where I won't even have to be here.
No, get out of here. It's an hour of BS for a reason. But so yeah, I was thinking about it. Like I was kind of getting I was thinking like, okay, school is this not school? What am I talking about? Work is so time consuming, and I'm wasting almost all my time on work when I don't have to. I don't need to right now. I freshman in college. There's not a lot of stuff going on, but I'm still a freshman in college.
Yeah.
I still have hobbies I like to do, and majority of the time I'm at work, and then I can't get away from that because we're not staffed enough.
Right.
And it's like, it's kind of like this week, I only have tomorrow off and Saturday, which might seem like a lot, but Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm working 3 to 8, and I won't get home until 9. Okay. So that's 6 hours about. And then, like, on Sunday, I work Sunday too, and that's a 10-hour shift. And I just, like, it's, so then I come home and I have very little time to even do homework, but when I'm off on those days, I'm like, I want to catch up on sleep because I'm working so much. So it's like, it's really, really hard to balance all of it, and I'm like, I was telling someone, I'm like, you know what? I want to request off and I request off because I'm tired of, like, I'm just, like, tired of caring so much about work. That kind of sounds bad, but I kind of am. Like, no, Cody and I were actually going to a Cavs game on the 22nd, and they were talking about they might not be able to give it to me, and I'm like, I've never had one request off my whole entire time being there. Like, you can give it to me, like, literally. So, like, I don't know. So, like, I'm looking forward to that, but, like, literally in my free time, I pretty much just sleep, or, like, I'm on my phone looking at social media. I don't really watch much TV. Like, I'll watch TV, but then I get, like, sidetracked and distracted. I'm like, I can't do that. But, yeah, it's kind of like, it's just, work is so time-consuming for, like, no reason. I'm like, literally, let me live. Like, let me just live a little bit. But yeah, so I know what I do the other day. Well, I watched the Ensemble Cabaret. Ooh! For the last 20 minutes, let's talk about Ensemble.
The Cabaret.
Since most of our listeners are people that were in it. Yeah. Or, you know, they're in high school.
That's true.
Guys, let me just start off by saying you guys did absolutely phenomenal. If you're listening to this.
Every single one of them.
Like, wow.
It was very good. I was very impressed.
Very impressed. I mean, you're coming from the Carson Combs and Brandon Seaman, but I mean, come on. No, but for real, like, it was so good.
It was.
Wonderful live streaming.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I was shocked coming from many musicals because there were a lot of technical difficulties with that.
I was very, very impressed of the lack of technical difficulties. The live stream did not need to be restarted once.
Right.
Just started and went the whole way, made it.
Yep.
And they lasted an hour, and that's very impressive.
Okay, I literally thought Cabaret was longer this whole entire time. I thought it was always longer. And
I think
it's the spring show that's always longer, but...
Well, I also think the Cabaret that we did was longer than the one they did.
But remember, she said that without the intermission, it would be...
Because, yes, we did have an intermission.
Theirs would be shorter.
Ate food and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, if you noticed, the Cabaret that just happened, everyone was on stage once. But with our Cabaret, you'd have some people that went up there twice, you know.
That's, yeah.
I don't know if anyone went up there 3 times, I don't think so. But some people did, like, 2 songs opposed to 1. Like, one of them was a duet, then a solo. But everyone just did the one.
Yeah.
So I think ours had a few more songs, not that many, but a few. But also, the intermission with the food and stuff, that took up a big
100%.
Because we also did, like, the baskets and all that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah. No, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and it also seems longer for us because we were there setting up.
Oh, yeah. That setup, I remember it was fun setting up because it was, like, more memories we were able to create. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, I got that like, nervous feeling setting up. So I'm like, I'm literally about to be performing here and we're probably going to fail. Like, I don't know, it's like, it's the pre-show, like, that's one thing I don't miss. I'm like, all the time, I'm like, I would love to just be in a community theater show or, like, go back to the high school performance. And I'm like, I wouldn't. Are you kidding me? That was so much stress for no reason. Literally, and I remember always, like, talking to you about it, and you were always like, this won't matter in 5-10 years. It won't even matter. Only your parents will, like, that's all you need to, like, worry about is your parents.
The way I think about it is, if you go out there, you do your best. If you screw up,
you have fun doing
it.
Right.
Who cares if you screw up?
Right.
And, I mean, most of the time, screwing up didn't happen. Like, nobody really messed up. I don't think so.
Oh, you were talking about Cabaret?
Anything.
Oh, right, no, right. You just think that you're...
Like, everyone, like, whether it be a musical, like, singing a solo or whatever, I feel, just go up there and just do your best. If you mess up, just keep going.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But it was like it was so awesome. Really great job to all of you guys if you're listening. Yes. I'm sure I'm not even gonna start naming you guys because you guys I don't want to miss anybody because I'm sure we're probably gonna be the best podcast you guys ever heard of. So I mean I know there's probably gonna be the whole entire school listening to us.
Maybe some of them will be on the podcast.
No, literally, yeah. You know what we should do one day? As like a little senior gift, since you're not getting a senior year, where they come on our podcast and perform something.
Instead of...
Can we please do that?
We can do that. But...
Let's do that.
I just like the idea of you don't have
all
a
the
senior
seniors.
year, so come on our podcast.
An hour would be... I think they would really like that, not even kidding. They come in not even knowing they're going to see this big setup. They're like, fancy. Like, no, but it's for real. Very, very happy with it. I wish you guys could have done more as far as like, I mean, you guys didn't really, I know it's probably not what you guys wanted. I mean, you know, you didn't have a full audience, you had your family there, which was awesome. But like, I know it's probably not what you guys wanted, but like also like, it probably sucks now, but in the long run, it won't really matter.
Yeah.
How do I say that? Like,
I get what
I remember being in their shoes in a way, like towards the end of senior year, and people were like, don't worry about it. It's not going to matter next year. Like, you're going to be in college and all that. And I bring that up to say that, like, I was always like, well, they're not experiencing it. They don't know how it feels. Mm-hmm. But, like, now that we were able to experience it, it really was. It sucks right now, but you guys are going to get past it. Like, not being able to have, like, perform in the senior commons.
Yeah.
And have, like, much of the decorations. Like,
yeah, when you look back on this, you're not going to be like, oh, I can't believe we didn't get to perform in the senior commons. You're just going to look back on it, it's like, hey, that was a fun
night we did. We were able to take, like, a group picture together and go back next year and be like, this is what we did. This is... You know, it's really nice to like have like that.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like with all of that stuff,
nothing's ever going to be the same, anyways. So like, you know, there are going to be differences and all that. So yeah, it's. But you were saying something. I totally cut you off.
I don't know something.
I literally, please don't invite me back on the show. I'm just going to keep cutting you off every single time.
You're my co-host. You have to be here.
I am.
Yeah.
I thought I was the host. Just kidding.
We're co-hosts.
Oh, that means I'm the host too. Wait, what?
You're a co-host, I'm a co-host. We co-host.
That's true.
You need to get your charger right now.
Do you have any water? So, I'm like dying.
You get your charger.
Okay, but
it's on 3%.
Hello, checking. Hello?
Oh, maybe it is coming from there.
Wait, talk on that again.
We can...
no, it's coming from that, I think.
Yeah, but... Never mind.
We just gotta talk louder for next episode.
Yeah. Well, we still have 5 minutes of this one.
Do you want me to plug my Chromebook or my lack of it or no?
I get your charger for your...
Okay.
Whatever.
Are you getting me water?
I'll get you water.
Wait, I should have asked.
I'll get you water in between this episode and the next.
I'm dying. Okay.
I know you're dying, but you can make it just 5 more minutes. Take the cover off.
Like this. He's on escape mode.
Sorry.
What's that guy doing on there? I was so confused what that was.
This timer that I'm using is terrible because it has ads.
Okay, so this might even be better if it's coming from a laptop.
If it is, okay. So what do you want to talk about for the last 5 minutes?
So anyways, so that's really cool. But what were we talking about?
Well, we were just talking about...
Okay, let's talk about something else. So now we're going to talk about... Cool. That's what we're going to talk about. Green walls.
No.
Well, it's like looking at stuff, I'm just saying. The whole entire episode we were talking about stuff and then just...
Well, we were talking about school, we were talking about Valentine's Day a little bit.
What are you doing this week? Let's start. I mean,
what am I doing this week?
Yeah, what do you have? Do you have anything planned or anything fun or?
Well, I mean, I don't have a lot of plans. I mean, on Friday though, you, me, Macy, and Kylie are all.
We're doing that.
We're doing that. We don't know
After
what that is.
That's
just
right.
yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll figure that out.
Let's make it the best night ever.
We'll make it the best night ever. So I got that. No, absolutely not.
I'm just kidding.
No. I mean, I don't really have a lot of plans because quarantine doesn't really allow for a lot of plans.
Wait, can we go ice skating?
We can go ice skating.
When we see if it's open?
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, so what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at ice skating.
He's looking at ice skating.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But also, I mean, I just have school stuff planned. I'm sure I'll hang out with Bryn at some point this week. We usually just like, you want to do tomorrow?
I've still never been invited, so let's talk about that.
You'll be invited to the next one, Carson.
Sure.
But also, just doing school stuff. I've been watching a TV show recently. It comes out on Fridays called WandaVision.
WandaVision?
It's a Marvel TV show.
Okay, bye.
It's a.
That's where I just don't do Marvel.
You don't do Marvel, Carson. I'm gonna make you watch all of the Marvel stuff, and then we're gonna do an episode about it.
Well, our next episode is TV shows and movie conspiracy theories / how to take a quiz. So maybe we'll talk more about that, the Marvel shows, and how much of a fake it is.
I will say though that it's a very good TV show. It's like a mystery show, but also it's like a sitcom. It's a lot of stuff wrapped into one, and I've never.
Who is it?
It's Wanda and Vision.
Wait, what?
The show's the character.
Wanda and Vision?
Wanda.
WandaVision?
WandaVision. Wanda's the character. Vision is the character.
Oh, okay. Why don't they put an "and" there? Like, okay, we talking about English? Or we talking about something else?
I didn't name the TV show.
Well, maybe you should try to change it.
Maybe I should try and change it. I'll write them a letter. Tell you how that goes.
Sorry.
So that's what I have planned for this week.
Nice.
What about you?
So tomorrow I have a day off school, so I'm gonna catch up
Ooh.
on lectures.
Are you though?
I mean, day off work.
Are you gonna catch up on lectures?
I have to.
You have to, but are you?
No, but I have to do it. But I'm not going to. I can't. I need to get a planner or something. That's what I need. I need to get a planner.
You need to get a planner.
And actually use it because I have, like, I was using like Google Calendar and I wasn't using it. Like I'd have it and then I wouldn't use it.
Mm.
But
you're gonna turn around starting today. You're gonna turn things around. You're gonna listen to those lectures. You're gonna do the Quizlet. You're gonna do everything.
You know what?
What?
1 second.
We only have 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
So I was. Cool.
Did you forget what you were gonna say?
I was.
Okay.
I did.
Well, in this last minute 20 seconds.
I'm sorry. I'm so out of it right now.
We have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Where we'll have information on all the new episodes we're posting every Wednesday and Saturday. So check that out. If you want to ask us any questions.
That's a good idea.
We will answer them here.
Oh my god, my mug shot. Yes, we will.
We will answer any questions you have.
And we'll give you a shout out, too.
And we'll give you a shout out.
Yes.
So ask us questions. Is that for the...
Yeah, can we post this?
Do a story.
Are we allowed doing that? Are we allowed doing that? Or are we waiting until our episode
Post
comes
a story. Yeah, do it on a story, though, so it goes away within 24 hours.
Cool.
You'll see that picture, people watching.
Right,
on our
in
story,
like 30 seconds. So,
yeah, and then come back to the YouTube channel that we're posting this on.
Yeah.
And leave us questions anywhere.
Yeah, you guys
on YouTube, on Instagram, and we'll try and answer your questions.
Good idea. I like that.
Okay, then. I mean, that's about it for this episode.
Wow, what a fun episode! We talked about a lot of stuff.
We did talk about.
I mean, it's really hard when you're doing an hour of a podcast.
It is.
It's so it's really good that we were talking nonstop.
Well, join us next time for another hour of
BS. There's an episode.